There's some really dumb mistakes people are making. And a lot of times what they're doing is they're covering up their mistakes with an amazing product or a great service. But they could be helping and serving more people, even busier, if they actually fix some of these easy mistakes. So I was thinking about, I was like, what are the big mistakes I see my coaching clients or making before they start working with me, or people making Cash PT Nation just by questions people are asking. People ask me all the time, hey, come check out my website, check out my my Facebook business page. I didn't even put some of these on there on my list that you're reading. And so some of the biggest ones people make on their website is asking you to book now. I give a shout out to Christine Walker because she posted about this. And it was, if you're only giving people the option to book or call on your website, really the third option you're giving them is to leave. So I'm going to run through these big mistakes people are making and make sure you don't do this. Okay, number one, I should probably start with number 10, but in either direction, these are all pretty bad. And I don't like to be negative all the time, but even yesterday in yoga class, my wife is sitting right here, I was like, the teacher said something, I was like, she didn't say that. No, that's not what she said. And my wife, Andra, was like, no, that's not true. And I was like, oh, she did say that. And what she say at the end of this great class, she just said basically, stretch out your neck because you gotta be nice to your neck, because 50-year-old necks are not good necks, or bad necks. Even when you're 30, you start to get a bad neck. And she even basically said, like, I haven't been able to figure my neck out, so you won't be able to figure your neck out. And she just yanked our power away as students in the class. Owners sometimes sabotage their own business, so don't let yourself do these. So number one, saying no to patients or customers, or even telling people how they should feel, that's a negative feeling. Don't say no to your customers. Don't say no. No, we don't have that time available. They say, hey, can I see you at 6 p.m. on Tuesday? Don't say no. Just say, how about 5? Or how about Thursday at 6? Don't say no. Say yes. Find ways to say yes. Find ways to empower people, not to take away their power. And the next one, don't make it hard for your patients to spend money with you. Or clients. Don't make it hard for people to spend money with you. We lined up to go to a restaurant. What's the first thing you see is a sign that says, we do not accept American Express and Discover. It's just like, what the fuck? Right? Like, don't tell me how not to spend my money with you. Like, and this wasn't just any old sign. This was like, someone thought this up. They made it on Canva. They laminated the damn thing. And it's just the difference between what Visa and MasterCard charge versus what American Express and Discover charge is like 1%, 1.5%. I mean, this is obviously done by someone who has a grudge rather than someone who's actually thinking about business. Like, just raise your prices 2% and you'll cover the extra that it costs to use American Express and Discover. And the other funny thing is, the ironic thing is your Visa, Delta, benefits card or your MasterCard Gold costs more than a regular American Express to the business. Give them lots of options. Like, if someone wants to pay me in PayPal, I'll take PayPal. I'll take Venmo. I don't even know what Venmo is. Don't charge for stupid shit. I see people in Facebook group ask all the time, well, it's going to cost me 3% to take credit cards. Should I charge people who want to use a credit card? I mean, that's stupid shit. Don't charge for $2 worth of TheraBands. Charge enough so that you can give away things. Like, we give away balls, we give away bands, we give away pain workbooks. Make people's experience amazing. Follow a proven system. There's a lot of people out there doing it on their own. Look, if something's already been proven to work, don't go make it up and try to reprove it. Like, follow the system, get to the point, and then spend your effort and energy on the next new thing. Someone already figured out how to slice bread. Well, I don't need to refigure out how to slice bread. I'm going to be the guy that goes and invent cinnamon rolls. Like, who invented cinnamon rolls, right? Okay, what's the next big mistake? Putting the cart before the horse, right? You guys have all heard this. Biggest thing people do is they try to go market their business without learning how to sell. What good are 100 leads if I can only convert 5 of them? What good are 50 leads if I can only convert 20 of them? You know, marketing is sexy. Everyone wants to learn marketing. But what you really need to know is how to take a marketing lead and turn it into a customer. Okay? Marketing does not bring in sales. If you don't know sales, you're probably only taking orders. You're not actually making sales, and it's your obligation to sell. Other thing is, especially with marketing, people try to go run Facebook ads first. They're impatient. I need new patients. Let's go run some Facebook ads. Well, don't run a Facebook ad and waste money on Facebook if your offer doesn't even work, or you're sending people to your website and you have just a book now button on there. Here's another mistake people make. They don't charge enough to run a successful business, to be able to hire employees. They don't even charge enough to give a patient experience. Like, you're not charging enough, so you have to worry about credit card fees and how much it's going to cost to give out TheraBands. I mean, charge enough so you can give every patient a brand new a $90 kettlebell. You know, you sign up for my program, I'm going to give you one of the RKC kettlebells, like the Cadillac of kettlebells. I mean, why not? If I'm getting $3,500 from you, I can give away a couple $100 worth of stuff. Don't go charge $15 to needle whatever muscle you want me to needle. So I see this happen. PTs working in CrossFit gyms, and they're just like, well, they just come up to me and for $15, $20, $25, they tell me where to needle them, and I'll needle them. Now, 1, you're not acting like a doctor. 2, you're letting the patient control. And 3, this is just symptomatic care. You're not actually fixing the problem. And $25 a muscle, so we've just commoditized dry needling. No one's going to come and pay you $250 an hour for your decision-making process because you're allowing them to decide. People say this all the time to me, Aaron, I got to go learn this new Con Ed technique to be good enough to charge cash. So I got to go learn Con Ed. You've already spent $100,000 on your DPT. And people are afraid to spend a couple hundred, couple thousand, even $20,000, $25,000 on learning business. Like, just because you have a DPT doesn't mean you can go earn 6 figures unless you live in Louisiana and you're doing home health, because that's where my buddy John Davidson was earning 6 figures without learning any Con Ed or business. People are afraid to spend a couple $1,000s on learning a business that's going to help them generate multiple 6 figures a year. So you go spend $20,000 on some. I'm not talking about go to Stanford and get an MBA, go to Duke and get an MBA. I'm talking about study business, learn business, read books, work with mentors, coaches, taking online programs, etc. So you can go out and figure out, how do I earn $250, $500, even $1 million a year as a physical therapy business? And people say all the time, well, I got to go learn this other technique. I got to be good at needling. I got to be good at NFR. I got to do this stuff first. No, you don't. As a PT, you're already one step ahead of your patients. Not working with a coach or mentor. I mean, my comment was like, it should be self-explanatory, but let's go back to following a proven system. Okay, like, you can get proven systems from coaches and mentors, which is what I've done. What do coaches and mentors do? They also help you make faster decisions, make better decisions, and help direct you because they can see. If you've ever been on a sports team, you had a coach, right? Even in Little League, if it was a parent, you had a coach. If you're a PT, don't you have a clinical mentor? Why don't you have a business mentor? And number 10, this is probably the most important thing: waiting for perfect and not taking action. Being so afraid of failure and what other people are going to think that they fail to take any action. Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Smith, Jennifer, John, they need you because they're facing an unnecessary surgery. They're about ready to go spend thousands of dollars more because they're going to get an MRI, only because they threw out their back in yoga or the gym or CrossFit last week. They need you. Stop waiting for perfect and go get in front of them and let them know how you can help. Because if you don't actually try, you can't help them. and they're going to go get some surgery, get a hospital-borne infection. They're going to die, from something or other, because we all know that happens. And people die from taking too much Advil and Tylenol. So why are you going to sit around and wait and allow that shit to happen?